But do I look like I lift, right? I just want to make sure I look like I lift, right? Okay, so that's what this video is pretty much about. It's a great follow-up to our last video about, you know, comparing yourself to others. And this one's more about comparing yourself to yourself. Of course, I think we all, well, not all, but most of us started bodybuilding because we felt like there was some sort of deficiency. Something was wrong with our physical appearance, and we felt that getting muscles would relieve a lot of that. I know that's the case for me. So that's the root of this, and I think most of us eventually do move on from that. And it's other things that keep us so entertained and keep us coming back for more. However, I do think that eventually what ends up happening is that we can't stop comparing ourselves to ourselves, and it almost becomes some sort of OCD behavior. A good example of this is, you know, you're walking in the parking lot and, okay, cool, yeah, I look swollen in that car window, and or maybe you're in the bathroom and you got to flash some abs or a bicep. And this is something you just have to do. You took pictures with friends, and you want to make sure you look like you lift, you know. Yeah, I look like I lift, you know. And it becomes a stressor almost to some. And a lot of you guys might not even realize this yet. And this is something that I'd say maybe I didn't get good at until 5 years ago. Maybe. Was just being able to take off the bodybuilder hat and put on the next hat. Whether it be, you know, being a good son, being a good student, a good co-worker. And the main benefit I got from this was the fact that, you know, once I put my bodybuilder hat back on, oh boy, it was on. It was on. And I was ready. I was ready to go there. And it made me better at what I did. And you don't realize this, but, you know, stress works in funny ways in that, you know, a big chunk of stress, which is basically what training is, there's really nothing wrong with acute stress, whether it be, you know, a math test or a squat set. That's fine. It's that stress that we can't let go of. That's the killer. And to me, that's what bodybuilding started to do. It started to become a stressor. It was always in the back of my mind. You know, I needed to make sure it was still there. And it didn't make me any better at becoming more swole, more aesthetic, or whatever you want to call it. So that's the message here, is that, you know, learn to take the bodybuilder cap off so that you can put the next cap on, and you're going to see that in time you can be so much better at everything else, and most of all, you are going to enjoy bodybuilding so much more.